Hey guys, and welcome to the battle phase. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the PK Raidraptor deck before the new support comes to the TCG. Okay, so new support is coming and it's going to make this deck a lot better. But to understand how to play with the new support and to see that this deck is actually pretty good without the support as well, we're going to take a look at the deck and then decombo the deck of the Raidraptor deck before the new support. Okay, and this is a pretty pure deck because I feel like this is how this deck functions the best. I think adding in Time Thieves and other things does have its flaws. So without further ado, we're gonna take a look at this deck. This is before support, and of course when the support hits, we're gonna update this deck on the channel. But to better understand how it works, let's take a look at pre-support Raidraptors. So if you like such deck profiles, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Our first is going to be our best normal summon. That's 3 copies of Raidraptor Tribute. What this card does is when he's normal special summoned, you send a Raidraptor from your deck to the graveyard. And that is really good because you do play the other normal summon. That's 3 copies of Raidraptor Mimicry. So these are our 6 really good normal summons. Basically, the Mimicry, if he's in the graveyard, you can banish him and add a Raidraptor card from your deck to your hand. So you're either going to normal summon this, get an extender, link it away, and then in graveyard, just banish it, and you get a Raidraptor card. Or you are going to normal summon the Raidraptor Tribute, send the Mimicry to the graveyard, banish it in the graveyard, add a Raidraptor card, play on. So this is our normal summons. Anytime we open this, we do have full combo. But we have to open one more extender with that as well, but that is very, very easy because we play a bucket load of extenders. So the first extender is 3 copies of Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius. What this does is when this is normal or special summon, you can special summon another level 4 or lower Raidraptor from your hand. So basically open these 2, you normal this, another from hand, Tribute Lanius effect, you combo off, right? So one of the best extenders because it's also a level 4, that's very crucial. Because if you're using the Mimicry as your normal summon, you do need a level 4 extender for it to work. Okay? The next extender is the 3 copies of Stranglelanius. Okay? Now this guy has 2 effects. One of them is if you control a dark monster, especially from the hand, so that's absolutely majestic. But the other one is if we control a dark monster, a dark Xyz monster, an Xyz monster with dark Xyz as material, we can special Raidraptor from grave. But these are 2 separate effects. So what we do in the combo is we can use the first effect to special summon him just as an extender, normal extender, and then use the second effect later in the combo to really extend. But a level 4 extender, the only requirement is to have a dark on the field. Absolutely great. Yeah, really good. And it's also level 4, so that's why we do play 3 copies of that as well. Next one is the 3 copies of Painlanius. This is also a really good extender, that's why we play 3 of. If you have a Raidraptor, you basically can take some damage. It's equal to its attack or defense, whichever is lower. Yeah, and then you special summon him from hand, and it becomes that level, then the Raidraptor on the field. So basically, you have a Raidraptor on the field, you special this. So another perfect extender, and can also be level 4. So that's why we play 3 copies of it. Another really good extender is the 3 copies of Simorgh Bird of Perfection. This is Simorgh card, but it's actually Raidraptor support. Because if you special normal summon a Wing Beast, you can reveal this in your hand, and then you get an additional normal summon of Simorgh, basically normal summon him. But what's really good is because a lot of the really important cards that have effects on summon, like our Lastrix, right, are a Wing Beast. So you can either use this as an extender, or when you link summon Ystrix, he summons a level 4 Dark Wing Beast from deck, but when he's summoned, you can chain block him using the Simorgh, right? And you can go then chain link 1, him, and then chain link 2 Simorgh, and he is chain block with extension, which is really good. And that's why this card is absolutely perfect in this deck. And then to the lesser extenders, 2 copies of Singing Lanius. I don't like this card because this is a level 4, but it can special summon if you control a Xyz. Okay? And that is a big issue because when you start the combo, when you have your first normal summon on the board, right, when you have your Tribute Lanius on the board, that's not an Xyz. So you cannot special this and continue the combo. However, it's needed in the combo, and it also works if you open it with other Raidraptors, right? So 2 are, I think, needed, because if you open one and use it to start your combos, you're going to need to search the other one during the combo. So they are quite important. Then 1 copy of Raider's Wing. I just really don't like it. Again, requires to have an XC on board, and it has to detach from that XC to special summon. Yeah, it can also special summon from the graveyard, but yeah, it's very situational, and that's why I don't like him too much. And then the Heal Eagle. This one is really good. If you control just Raidraptors, special summon him from hand, so it's a really good extender, but it's level 3. So that's why I do only want to play 1 copy of it. And then a really good card in the deck is obviously 3 copies of Parallax Seed. We do play 3 copies of Parallax Seed because this is a rank 4 deck. This helps a lot. And more than extension, this helps if you get hand trapped. Because what you're going to do is you are going to summon your Y-Strix, and then Asterix effect to summon a Wing Beast from deck. Your opponent obviously negates that, drops an Imperm, but because he has an arrow that points to, you can just summon your Parallax Seed, summon the other Parallax Seed. Those are both level 4. You are going to overlay them, summon the 4 Strix, and then combo from there. And as soon as you get this setup, 4 Strix plus Y-Strix, you have full combo. So it's really good if you get hand trapped, and that's why I really like 3 copies of Parallax Seed, but you can just use it as an extender as well. Okay? Engine requirements, 1 copy of Zephyros and 1 copy of Phantom Knight Silent Boots. Phantom Knight Silent Boots is here because we are going to be playing the Rusty Bardish, and this is going to be sent to the grave. And Zephyros, I'm going to later show you why he's a really good extender as well, but he's a Wing Beast, Dark Wing Beast, so it fits in the deck. For the spells and traps, we play 1 copy of Raidraptor Nest. If you control 2 or more Raidraptors, it searches you a Raidraptor. You're going to use this because if we remember correctly, let me just find him, our Mimicry Lanius can banish from grave to search any Raidraptor card. So we're going to search the nest, activate the nest, search a Raidraptor, and then that's also why we play the Zephyros the Elite. You're going to have Zephyros in the graveyard. Zephyros in the graveyard, you're going to bounce the nest back to your hand and special summon the Zephyros from the graveyard. You're going to get extension. You're going to get follow-up for next turn with nest. Really, really good. That's why this is so good. And then we play the 2 copies of the rank up cards. Rank up Magic Force, I think it is. And honestly, these 2 are the only 2 you need. You don't need the others people play because what I find is either they need too much setup or they are too inconsistent. This is the best one. You basically banish darks from your graveyard, and then you can rank up an XC you have up that many ranks than monsters banished, right? So this, you used both during the combo. One is going to rank up your 4 Strix into your Arsenal Falcon. The other one during your opponent's turn, your Dark Rebellion into Requiem. So yeah, both are needed, but is the most flexible and the best rank up spell. So I think these are the only 2 you need. And then you also play 1 copy of Shade Brigadine. That is your set off of Rusty Bardish. And it's level 4. A level 4 deck really helps extend. And then this deck, because it has that many extenders, is a perfect deck to play a lot of flex spots. For that reason, we have 3 Ash, we have 3 Veiler, and we have 3 Imperm. So basically 9 flex spots. These are all flex spots. You can play whatever you want. Instead of this, you can play whichever hand traps. You can play Droll's Nibs, or you can play defensive cards. You can play Thrusts, Talents, Dark Rules, Droplets, whatever you wish. 9 flex spots, which means 74% chance to open one of those cards going first, and 81% to open one of these cards going second. So that is very good, and that is the main deck. Now let's hop on to the extra deck. So onto the extra deck, we play the 2 copies of Raidraptor 4 Strix, one of the most important card in the extra deck. 2 level 4s, generic, but you can detach one to search a level 4 Wing Beast, right? So this really, really does open up your plays. If you go with Tribute Lanius, you are going to need only 1. If you go with Mimicry Lanius as your normal summon, you're going to need both. So that's why we play 2. Do not forget, and the reason why we also play that many extenders is because any 3 extenders without a good normal summon are also full combo. I just wanna note that as well. So 2 copies of 4 Strix, and then we also have the most important Link monster in the deck, the Raidraptor Y-Strix. Here it is. requires 2 Dark Wing Beasts, and is going to summon a level 4 Dark Wing Beast from deck. Sadly negated its effect. But also, if a Xyz Raidraptor activates its effect, he sets a rank up magic. So, and a summon from deck, and a set of rank up from deck. This card is absolutely insane. Your opponent's gonna like to negate this, that's why we played the Paralytic Seeds, okay? The remaining lineup for Raidraptors are Raidraptor Arcel Falcon. So strong. This card can summon any level 4 Wing Beast from deck, and we rank up into it from Force Tricks using the rank up. And then the Ultimate Falcon. We played the Ultimate Falcon because of interaction. I'm going to tell you about that later. But basically, it's a 3,500 unaffected towers. So this card also can be a problem for some decks your opponent plays. So that is the Raidraptor lineup for our deck. Moving on, we then do play the only remaining link is the Bardiche. Like, this guy gives you so much value because you're gonna summon this guy into your extra monster zone. He is going to send Boots to the graveyard, okay? And he's gonna be able to set you a spell trap. So he's gonna set you the Brigadine here. You're gonna set the Brigadine here. And then you will be able to banish the Boots and also add to your hand your rank up. So much value from this. You're gonna have the rank up force, and you'll be able to use this because you have no traps in graveyard to summon this as an extender. Even better is that when you're going to summon a Dark Xyz into the zone Bardiche points to, he's going to be able to pop a card. We can use this as interruption on our opponent's turn, and we are going to have Arcel Falcon on the field with Force Tricks attached. And we can pop our own Arcel Falcon, which triggers Arcel Falcon's effect if he's destroyed, sent to the graveyard. When he has a Raidraptor as material, we can summon any Raidraptor from the extra deck and attach him to it. And that's how we summon the Ultimate Falcon that then our opponent needs to deal with. It's a very nice addition to the end board that, is really good. Moving on, we have another piece of our end board. So 1 copy of Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, and then the 1 copy of Requiem. You are going to use the rank up force that I already showed you during your opponent's turn to rank up Dark Rebellion into Dark Requiem. And this is then going to have 3 materials underneath. That's 3 monster negates plus destroys. Okay, so very, very, very strong. And because you are only going to summon Requiem during your opponent's turn with the rank up, the interruption is actually going to come from the back row. So if your opponent Dark Rulers your whole board, well, you can still activate the rank up from the back row, rank this up into Requiem, and you're going to have 3 monster negates and destroys, even though your opponent Dark Rulered you. So that's a really cool interaction as well, and that's why the more I think about it, the more I like the Requiem setup, because it's a lot of negates, and it's also an interruption that theoretically comes from the back row. And it's going to be definitely your negate, and then the second interruption is Evil Swarm Nightmare. 2 level 4 darks, we're going to get those every single time, and he is when your opponent special summons a monster, detach 1, Book of Moon that monster. Change it to face down defense position, not once per turn. He's going to have 2 materials underneath, so that's 2 Book of Moons of a special summon. So that's already a pretty good end board. Another good thing is when you're going to rank up the Dark Rebellion Xyz into Requiem, a Xyz is going to be summoned in a zone Bardiche points to during your opponent's turn. That means we also get a pop, right? That's another cool interaction. So that's an Evil Swarm Nightmare. Then we have a going second package. That's Raider's Knight and Arc Rebellion. Okay, this, I really like this, because this is 2 level 4 monsters. I think they have to be darks, but obviously our whole deck is dark. And then we can detach and then rank him up into Arc Rebellion. And then Arc Rebellion can gain we can detach 1, and he gains attack equal to all monsters on the field, negates all monster effects, and that's obviously a lot of attack and really finishes games going second really strong. So this is the going second package. As soon as you can make a rank 4, you actually are swinging with this card, and it's actually really good. The rest is utility Xyz. Okay, so Abyss Dweller, because you're a rank 4 deck. Abyss Dweller, Baguska for plan B, and Tornado Dragon. Okay, if you would like to see any other rank level rank 4s here, by all means, this is a toolbox. But for instance, Merrymaker and Sargas I don't like, as I have to play the Therions in the main deck, and that's more bricky. So I find these are the best. Trainer Dragon against back row decks, Baguska is plan B, Abyss Dweller also really strong against certain decks. But there is another rank 4 that I play, and that is the Steel Swarm Roach. You didn't see this card for a long time in my opinion, but it is a dark because Strangleanius is going to lock us into darks, which means that sometimes you will want to also summon the Roach because you can summon him. When your opponent special summons a level 5 or higher monster, you can detach and negate the summon and destroy. Not once per turn, he's going to have 2 materials, so you can do that twice. So it's not such a bad card at all. But again, this is toolbox, you can do whatever you want. So this is the Raidraptor deck before the new support. If you want to see how this deck functions, how this deck combos before the new support, do check out the combo tutorial. It's pretty good otherwise, and it's also really consistent, right? Any normal summon plus extension, full combo, any 3 extenders, full combo. So it's really consistent, really good end board. You can see that in the combo tutorial. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you when the new support drops for this deck. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.